From the start of my administration, we've taken an unprecedented action to combat the climate crisis. Last year, I signed the largest climate bill in the history not only of the United States, but literally in the history of the world.
As President Biden today near the Grand Canyon designated nearly 1 million acres of land nearby as a national monument, in part to prevent uranium mining in the area. Today's visit is also an attempt to promote his administration's policies on energy, the environment. They tie, as you heard, the Inflation Reduction Act to a climate bill. Same thing, different name. But there are signs Biden's messaging is not resonating. New poll shows 71% of Americans have heard little or nothing about the Inflation Reduction Act, one of Biden's key initiatives. All right, Mark, you're giggling.
He's lucky that most people haven't heard about it because it's horrible. It doesn't reduce inflation. But I mean, this entire charade here is just another sign of how out of touch Joe Biden and the White House are. I mean, it's costing the average parent $890 more this year to buy back-to-school supplies than it did just a couple of years ago. And he's taking uranium mining off the table. And by the way, making us more dependent on China. So there's always that. I mean, people can't pay gas prices, and gas prices are shooting back up again. Inflation is still a problem, and he's out there talking about the Green Raw Deal.
But
it just shows you how out of touch he is.
Two things. This whole economic argument, I agree, Americans are hurting, but they are hurting because so much money went out the door during a COVID pandemic that literally paid people not to work. That was how we caused inflation.
Larry Summers from your administration warned them not to do this, and it would cause inflation.
So basically, after the Trump administration, we saw that there was no
1.4% on the day he took office.
So now we have inherit an administration. The Biden administration inherits this problem, and they did actually
1.4%.
put in place some tactics to decrease inflation. And guess what's happening?
Guys, I can assure you the voters don't care about the argument looking backwards.
It's decreasing. They don't. But this is the thing, is if Trump is the one making the argument on inflation, he's got $200+ billion of fraud on his watch, which is going to matter to voters.
He had 1.4% inflation when he left office. That's what Joe Biden inherited and took it to 16%, the highest inflation on record. First person ever to take gas to $5. I'll win that argument every single day of the week. Well, the American people do not like Joe Biden's economy.
Well, and we have polling to support that. 37% approve of Biden's handling on the economy, 58% disapprove. Sherry, I think this is a different argument, though. And so much of the president's discussion is about climate change and his ethos that it's almost climate above all, right, in terms of what's the real threat that he is dealing with. And he frames even a discussion about the economy as it relates to climate. And you said it won't do anything for inflation. We know that the Inflation Reduction Act, the big climate bill, he says, if it works perfectly, is going to change global temperatures by about a quarter degree over the next 30 or 40 years. You can do your own math on the return on investment of $1 trillion. When people are as upset as they are about the economy, does talking about climate really have a net positive effect?
Well, if you can tie it to creating jobs, but let's look at the reality of climate. We're talking about the ocean being 101 degrees. Yeah. It's being described as like swimming in a hot tub. I mean, this is real, and the people who are denying the science behind it should wake up on this. It's a political issue when the economy, by the way, inflation is going down. We've got job growth. We are building factories back in America again. We are converting to the electric vehicles and more electrification, which will create jobs.
It will cost 120,000 auto jobs in Michigan, Ohio, and across the Midwest, but sure.
Biden has already come out on the side of saying he wants high-valued, high-paying jobs with this new economy. So that is, I hear this talking point, but the reality on the ground, I think, slowly but surely.
Tell the auto worker in Michigan why he's losing his job so everybody can drive a Tesla.
Well, no, right now they're striking.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.